What are we? We're day 10 now, aren't we? This is absolutely, we did 5 days week 1, 4 days last week, and we're here, that's day 10. So that's week 3 as John starts to unload more aluminium, which we couldn't get in the normal sizes. This is all a different profile, but thankfully everything we got fits. So now we're gonna unload the trailer. This is observatory number 5 in the trailer. We need to finish observatory number, well, it's technically 1, but it was the 3rd one we started, and then the 4th one we started. We need to get them to the same points as these ones. And then once we've done that, we need to level everything, make sure it's all working well, and the roofs are all on and off. And that is this week's goal. But in amongst that, I have to drive back to Melbourne on Wednesday and then back up here. But that's a whole other thing. So for now, instead of just letting John do all of the work, I'm going to help him and get stuck into week 3 at Starview Farm building 10 observatories. All right, everything, including dehumidifiers, unloaded. Gosh, my hair is looking a bit funky at the moment, isn't it? All of the aluminium now out and stacked over there in our lovely big pile of aluminium. And whoa, there you go. And we have a marquee set up for when we're working this week because the weather is not going to be that great. I think the next thing we need to do is set my house up. Set that up because it's packed away at the moment. And then John and I have decided we need a lunch break, and our lunch break is going to be us walking down there and just checking out the rest of the site because we haven't done that yet. We've been here for 2 weeks. We haven't had a good walk around. So I'm going to go and set my home up and then we're going for a walk. All right, home is set up for another week, and we have decided we need to go for a wander and have a look at the rest of Starview Farm and what we can do up here, because this is an ongoing project, not just from an AstroWorks point of view. I mean, AstroWorks is doing the observatories, but from an ASV point of view, and yes, my ASV hat is me being the president of the Astronomical Society of Victoria. So from an ASV point of view, what can we do with the rest of this site? Yes, I should clarify that, as John had said off camera, in the daylight. A wander in the daylight, because we've walked down here twice at night, take photos with the beautiful dead tree. It's beautiful, and if you stand behind it, you get a beautiful view directly south. So, but yeah, we're going to have a wander down here and check out the other areas that aren't the dead tree area. It's fairly clear, which means, I mean, this is a beautiful, with, you know, clearing some of these shrubs out of the way, which we can do, and even around this way, makes for a nice big long, I reckon what would be a 200 or 300 metre long by about 80 to 100 metre wide, or maybe 80 metre wide, visual / astrophotography field. This is actually quite beautiful territory. Look at the bushland here. It's lovely down here. Well, I'll be damned. This property is huge. We found some very good sites on the property that we can do some really cool, I guess, training sessions at. We found a spot that'd be perfect for learning to do night sky or nightscape photography, where people can learn, take photos. A little bit of white light isn't going to interrupt anybody else on site, so they can go through that whole process and learn. We found some areas where we can do tours of the night sky without impacting any visual or astrophotography that might be occurring on site. We think we found, well, we've definitely found one good place for camping and caravans to come on. I guess the next spot is check the one I'm thinking of, which we'll do next. But this, yeah, well, yeah, yabbying. Yabbying is one thing we could do in that dam. Onwards and upwards. It's absolutely beautiful here. I think we are now about 2/3 of the way around the property. It is huge. We found another dam. We think it might be a little bit stagnant though. It didn't look very good, that's for sure. Beautiful open areas on the property here. What have you found? Why with the blue flag on it? I wonder what that might be for. See, John, I think, you know, even in this area here, they could camp in that area just in there, and then camping in this area over here. I know they're behind the shrubs, that is. It is indeed cooler down here, John, than up in that area up there. Definitely drops when you're down the back end here. But how's this for what we reckon is a great visual field? How's the dead tree? Oh, sorry, no, that's John. That's the dead tree up there. There. That's a dead tree. That's a John. This is a really cool area for a visual field. This will become the visual field. Feel it in my bones. This tree is awesome. Look at it. And that is south, straight there. Star trails around the tree. I think I know someone who's already done that. I think we should head back, have a drink, and get stuck into a little bit of work. Got a little bit of work to do for the rest of the day. My mohawk. Our work day is over, but the sun is looking decidedly beautiful at the moment. So sunsets here are just simply stunning. So I'm going to get a couple of nice photos of the roll-off roofs and the sun setting. Need them for marketing purposes, you know, that all that sort of stuff. There won't be any astronomy tonight. It's too cloudy. No astronomy, but we will be watching another gorgeous sunset. It's Oh, that's too dark. There we go. It's beautiful, hey? But yeah, we'll watch another gorgeous sunset tonight. Dinner is, I'm cooking gnocchi. Gnocchi in a camper trailer. That's gonna be fun. Tomorrow though is another day, so got some emails to do, sunset to watch, gnocchi to cook, some beers to consume, and I will sleep, wake up, and we get stuck back into it tomorrow. No, it's not cold, wet. Good morning. It's a bit drizzly. That's a wee bit drizzly, but at least it's dry under here, so we can work and be dry. Hope the rain stops soon though. Pretty miserable out there. Gonna have some brekkie, and then gonna get stuck into some work, I think. I'm gonna have to. Just gotta keep pushing through. Today it'll be flappy paddled front doors and doors. So we'll do the doors and the flappy bits to the front there. That's what we're gonna have to do today. Not much else to it. Oh, there was a creepy hand reaching in there. His name is John. John's in the rain doing the dishes. Isn't he a lovely work husband? Okay, it's miserable and wet outside, so we're inside at the moment, and I have just finished counting all of these plates just to make sure we had the right amount, which we don't because it was before we made a whole heap of plate changes. That set was ordered. So I've just I have added all of the new plates that we need to an order for those so that it makes a complete set for an observatory. And now I have to go and battle the rain to put the plates back and then get stuck into those flappy paddle gearbox doors and the front doors for each of the observatories. Yes, the winds were so strong last night that it wasn't if this van is a rockin', don't come a knockin', it was if this tent is a rockin', don't come a knockin'. But it was because of the wind. The tent was shifting like that. Crazy. All right, change of plan again. The rain has eased and it looks like it's going to continue to ease for at least a few hours. So we're going to take this roof off so we can fix the wheels and then put it back on. So we better do that. John, you make my dreams come true. I'm building plates. John's doing really important stuff with the wheels. He's replacing, what are you replacing again? Oh, the locking nuts. Yes, the little locking.
And the wheels.
And the bolts and and he's replacing the wheels. He's swapping the wheels out. We upgraded wheels, didn't we? We went from an 8mm wide wheel to a 10mm wide, which fits in the T-slot perfectly. The 8mm is fine. We just want to use those on the smaller observatories, and we figure on the bigger ones we use the wider wheels, which I think is a really good idea. I think I've used that joke like 30 times today already. And I am making brackets for the flappy paddle doors, or as I've turned them, the flappy paddle gearbox doors. So basically the door flap that folds down when the observatory opens at the front, so that you get really good seeing. Yes, and I've got gloves on because it's freaking cold outside. But I am just building these plates, putting those together. That's where we're at the moment. Once John's done that door, that wall, and we've put it back on, we're gonna have a lunch break because we need to warm up. We need hot drinks. Don't look so sad, John. It's cold, it's wet, it's miserable. I don't blame you. I absolutely don't blame you. What have we done? Okay, we have two flappy paddles ready. We have that roof is now fixed. After lunch, we will do that roof and I'll do another 2 flappy paddles. Then 2 roofs will be fixed, 4 flappy paddles will be done, and then I'll do doors. We can't do panels today. I'd love to put the rest of the panels in there, but we can't.
No, but doors
we can do.
will have to be made as in cut panels.
Yeah.
Because
Well, we can frame the door up to start with.
Yeah, but we might as well panel it because then you get your rigidity.
I suppose we could bring the saw undercover because it's...
Well, no, it's not a saw. Just
Oh, it's the little thing. Oh, we can definitely do that. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do that. There we go. But we're absolutely starving and cold because we didn't have breakfast this morning. But it's time to go and eat, have a coffee and warm up. I've got some emails to send because there's some cool, exciting stuff that's just happened today work-wise. And yes, there's going to be videos about it because I can't help myself. Oh, I'll tell you what. You know it's cold when not only do I have warmy, handy gloves on, I have a beanie on. When do I ever wear a beanie? It has to be really cold for me to wear a beanie, so that says that it's really cold. But we are too determined, buggers, and we will not let the cold stop us from finishing these projects. It is time to get back into it. Oh, get the mud off my feet. I gotta build 2 more of those things. Oh, my nose is red. That's how cold it is. Look how beautifully miserable it is out there. You can probably hear the rain. Pretty much all of the flappy fronts are done except I need to cut these bits of aluminium, which I can't do till it stops raining because the saw's out there in the rain and there's no room under here, and we really don't want to be using tools in the rain even if we're kind of undercover. So it is cup of tea time for John, coffee time for me. He has fixed the other one of these, but again it's too wet for us to go and put it back on. So we're gonna go and warm up for a little bit, and then hopefully this rain passes, which I think it's meant to. The thingo says, the forecast says it's meant to. But once it passes, we'll put that on. We actually had to tape that one, not that one, not that one, this door, because it started blowing off. That's how good the new wheel system works. It's beautiful. Rolls very easily. So, but look, if it doesn't stop raining, then I'm probably just going to grab the motors out of the boot of the car and put all of those together for the observatories, because we've got to keep doing something. And the other thing I'd probably do undercover here is we could probably build the front doors and then maybe cut the panels for them tomorrow morning and slide them in. But anyway, time for a warm drink. Oh, it stopped raining. It stopped raining. It means we can do some things that we need to do. We're going to put the roof back on the blue one. That's one thing we're going to do. And then we're going into town. Because, there's still no toilets here. So we need to do a toilet run. Yeah, but first we're going to put that part back on, put the thing back on that part, and then we'll do a town run and then come back and I'll finish my last panel, and then I'll sit in the warmth of the secret room, the annex, and put motors together because they need to be done too. All right, time to test the roofie. John has made it work. Look at that. One finger. How beautiful is that, hey? That is so easy. And then bring it back. Wow. That's a bit cool. Oh, it's getting brighter out here now. The rain has finally stopped at the end of the day, which is good. But, well, yeah, that's the end of the day. Actually, it's like 5:45, so it is pack up time. We're going to tidy this up a bit because last night this ended up a little bit further over there. We have taped the roofs shut, or tape them so they don't move, because they move so easily that if there's a wind, they'll just go off. So we have taped them on so that they don't do that. Hopefully that works. I guess we find out in the morning if it's windy tonight and they blow off, or we find out during the night when they blow off and we hear them crash to the ground. One of two things. They either stay on or they blow off. Find out tomorrow morning. But now it is time to pack up, go into town so we can use the facilities, get ourselves some hard-earned dessert for tonight, come back, cook dinner, watch a movie. What movie are we going to watch? Fury. We're going to watch Fury because we just love, well, everyone loves Brad Pitt, so we're watching Fury because it's not going to be clear tonight, although I can see a little bit of blue up there. Yeah, it's not going to be clear tonight, so we're watching Fury and we'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. I think, what are we up to? Day 12? Day 12. We are up to day 12. It's really windy today. It was so windy last night. My God, it was windy. I felt like my tent was going to come off the top again. And somehow one of my phones started playing music through the Bluetooth speaker at fucking 5 a.m. this morning. That was not fun. Whoops on my part. Oh, I guess the bonus is it stopped raining for the moment, so that's good. See, look, it's starting to look dry, kind of. We're about to have brekkie. I'm going to start working on, oh, actually, I should show you what I'm going to start working on. I'm going to start working on our lovely little motors, putting them together in preparation, because soon they can get installed. That is very, very important. There we go. Just open the boot. So I've brought all these up. And I have to, well, bought 5 of them for the 5 observatories that we're nearing completion on. And I'm going to hook these up to the gear reducers and into the plates that are going to be mounted onto the walls of those. So that's what I'm going to do while I have a coffee this morning. And then I think, I don't know what we're doing after that. Are you done yet, John? Mine's finished. That's right, can you see it? There's a whole freaking roof on this one. So we have somewhere safe for our telescopes to go. And we put motors on. They're not going to run on motors at the moment, but it locks the roof in place. John's got his on, my one's already on the other one. There we go, there's the motor, all locked in place. Has a really cool release mechanism, and I think John's about to test whether it's going to fly off in the wind or not. I suppose we should take the tape off too. I'll cut the tape off and then we'll test the roof. Okay, we're going to pull the roof off. Let me just unlock it. How tight did you do that up? John did up John hand tight, which is Superman. Oh, it's unlocked. Would you look at that? Roll the roof, young man. There goes the roof. Isn't that beautiful? And now we can lock it back in place. Is that locked? Let me see. Ain't going anywhere. There we go. Well, we can now manually roll this roof on and off. So this observatory, other than brackets, flappy paddle and front door and rubbering, geez, that's a lot still to do, is basically done. So, yeah. Hang on, what's the time? I reckon we stop for a bite to eat and a warm drink, and then we put the roof on that one and get that one rolling. And then if there's time in the day before I have to go, we do the panels for the other observatory. We should do it. If we can do that before I go, because I'm not going till 3. I've still got 3 hours and 10 minutes.
There's another 2-person job that we can do, because I can do that.
There's no other 2-person jobs at the moment.
We don't need to build the framework for green, back framework.
We got to do the back for, no, it's all done. No, we just need to square that one up, the green one. So, and we need the panels to do that. And then we can actually put the top rails on these and bolt them down. We're back from lunch. The sun is shining. We almost have showered. Almost. Very close to. And now we're going to do the roof of the yellow one. We're in the middle of a friggin' hailstorm. There's hail on the ground. That came thick and fast, and it looks like more might be coming out there. Woohoo! That's crazy. The man in the machine, he don't care. He's still digging. He's still clearing and digging and doing what he needs to do. But John's all cozy. He's nice and cozy. Nice and dry under that one sheet of roof that we've put on the second one. Oh, man. Oh, dude. Not much we can do about that at the moment. I might go and cover the saw over. Quick, John, run! Far out. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. He's putting his scope into safety. Whoop, whoop. He's got it in there. He's got it in there. It's safe now. Bloody hell. That was crazy. We lost a sheet. But, you know, that happens. Our safety comes first. That was like a friggin' hurricane ripping through, wasn't it? That rain was bloody sideways. Far out. And now the sun's come out and the wind stopped. I'm soaking wet. My legs are soaked. Oh, that was crazy. Yeah, we lost the sheet. That rain hit so quick and so hard, we did not have a chance to lock it down. And yeah, she's not good. Oh well, one to the aluminium composite panel gods. And just like that, we have almost blue skies and sunshine. And that rainstorm is pissed off. And John's doing Superman shit again. Look at him. Okay, while John screws in the first panel of the roof on the other one, I'm going to test the guttering that we put on this one. Anyway, unlock that. We unlock it. John has graciously offered up his telescope as the guinea pig. And let's see what happens. The goal is to make sure that the water rolls off each side. If there's any water on here when I push it back. Whoop. Let's see. And all of the water is running off the side, John. That is good. It's doing its job. And it rolls really easily. Here's a weather report from Starview Farm. Shit, it's rained the last 2 days. It has not been easy. It's windy as all heck too. It is like this everywhere in Victoria at the moment, but it's frustrating as all heck, that's for sure. He's really slowing us down quite a lot actually, because there's not a great deal we can do in the rain. We've done everything we can do that can be done while it's raining. And the things we need to do, we need it to not be pouring with rain and windy to finish. So we are essentially in another holding pattern while we wait for this shower to move past. Wouldn't you know it? It's another rain break. We've got our very last sheet of roof for the yellow one sitting there, and this time we've clamped it down while we wait for this shitty storm to pass. I don't know if you can see it, but there is blue sky out there anyway. Come in here. One more sheet to go. One more sheet, and then that one's done. That's 2 roofs with, so 2 observatories with roofs and the motors in place, so they can be manually rolled off and rolled on. And hopefully the weather's a bit better tomorrow. Fingers crossed, maybe, and we might be able to get the roofs on the others, but we'll see. Oh, that's windy. Have a look. Too windy. That's it for me for the day. Wow, hang on. It's so bloody windy and noisy. That is it for me for the day. I am now off to Melbourne. We have 2 roofs on. They roll beautifully. So that's 2 down, 8 to finish. Hopefully tomorrow when I come back, I'll be back in the morning. Hopefully tomorrow when I come back, we'll be able to finish a 3rd one. And come Friday, we can finish a 4th one. That would be good. It'd be really good. I'm back. John's been here all night. He had a really, really good sleep last night. Best sleep he's had in a long time.
Worst sleep ever.
Worst sleep ever. He was not awake from 2:30 till 3:30 and then up out here at 8 because he couldn't sleep because of the wind. And I'm guessing the rain, heavy rain. I, on the other hand, had a horrible sleep in a comfortable bed back in Melbourne last night. It was the worst thing ever. Okay, we have another one ready to rock. Panels are all in. It is time to lock it down and drill into the concrete, put some Dynabolts in, tighten them up, lock her in, and oh yeah, so we have these cool plates. Dynabolt through the bottom there, bolts through the side into the 40-40, bang, done. No time-lapses so far today because the time-lapse camera was flat. It's now charged, so I'll be able to do time-lapses. I've got this charging as well because it went flat too. But basically, the top rails are on the red one now. All of the panels and the top rails are on the green one, and they're all balanced and leveled and locked away, ready to go, so that we can actually put the roofs on those two. 3 o'clock, we haven't stopped for lunch yet, so we'll have a bite to eat at the moment. But the other good news is, you see behind me, the little red thing there on the ground behind the toilet block, that's a generator. And those other things are hot water services and a pump to pump the water into the toilets and the shower. We actually now have working showers up here. So before we go for dinner tonight, we're both going to have showers. I think I might just go and cruise in that toilet. Well, that feels a whole lot better now. We're going to go get something to eat, and then hopefully if it doesn't rain again, we'll try and get those roofs off on the red and the green ones. Late lunch is finished. Look, there's a golden orb in the sky called the sun. It's still bloody windy though. We're going to go and put some roofs on the red one and the green one. Well, sorry, some roof frames. That is today's goal, roof frames. And then I think tomorrow we'll be cladding those and then the roof on top of them. And then we'll have 4 observatories rocking and rolling and doing what we need them to do. Well, it's nearly 5:30. We have roofy on. We just got to clad it. And we have come for a walk up this way. We have roofy on. We just got to clad it. That's tomorrow's job. But they're locked in place with their motors, which are hiding under plastic bags until tomorrow when we get the roof cladding on. But that is it for us. I now have to get some lovely shots of these observatories with the sun setting and with no John in them for the AstroWorks website, because they'll be on the website by the time you watch this video. They'll already be up, and these photos will be there, probably better ones as well. Kind of pack up, do some photos, and then go to the pub for dinner after we've moved our scopes into the areas that are undercover. Mohawk is sideways. That'll do. Look, I'm inside an observatory with my telescopes ready to go for tonight, if it clears. If it does, then I will muck around with these babies in here and just see how it goes. But there is that big F-off cloud over there that's coming towards us. But hey, how cool is this? First observatory, second observatory. That's got John's telescopes in it. Ta-da! Look, oh, sorry, I locked it, so I can't roll it. It won't move until I've unlocked it. But how cool. Until we finish up here, the telescopes have a home here for the time being, just until we finish working up here anyway. And this is where they will live, inside an observatory with a roof they can just close over. I'll still cover over the scopes because, you know, force of habit. Old habits die hard, and mainly because we haven't got the front on yet. It's very excited. It works, doesn't hit the scopes. I did have to lower this one down quite a bit because it is such a beast of a telescope. It's freaking huge. Time to help John pack up. I'll close this roof and go and give him a hand. Good morning. It is day, what day are we up to? 4, 5, 9 plus 5, so day 14. Day 14 up here. John's still in bed. I've been pottering around already this morning. I'm going to just fix up my fingers and then get stuck into a bit of work. What was I going to do? I was just going to do the end plates, just put some end plates on, muck around with those, get all of those in place, just, yeah, get something done anyway while I wait for John, and then hopefully, if the rain stays away, we can do the side panel. We've started getting panels in the sides of the smaller observatories. It's wet, it's miserable. We've got about 2 more hours on site before we head off, go home to warm homes. I'm going to try and check on the hot water to see. We've had it running for about 20 minutes. I want to see if it actually works. So let's give that a shot. So we've got hot water, we know that now. Just got to let it run for like half hour to an hour so it can warm up properly. And what I'm going to be doing, apart from bringing all of the excess aluminium that's sitting over at campsite that needs to be with the rest of the aluminium, is while John cuts panels, I'm going to build another door. We're just getting little jobs done today, little things that don't take a lot of time each, just to get them out of the way. We're done, we're done, we're done, we're done. It's getting too dangerous now. There are massive gusts of wind coming through. Nearly lost this twice in the last 2 minutes alone. My tripod doing the time lapse is on the ground. It's still doing a time lapse. It's gonna look pretty funny though. It's just gonna be like skylapse because I can't let go of this. It's crazy windy out here. It's just nuts. Call has been made. We are packing up now. We are packing up now, and yeah, that's it for the day. It's just too dangerous, too windy, time to pack up. Okay, that's it. We're packed up, ready to go. Friday, 14th day up here has been probably the worst. Gale force winds, wind warnings, pouring rain. It's stopped at the moment, but that is pretty much it for this week. Week 3 of building 10 observatories at Starview Farm. I'll be back next week. See you guys back up here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video, and Patreon, AstroPunk. See you later.